Welcome to Red Cat Yoga, and this is a restorative yoga class, which is a little bit different in that we will be holding the poses for a little bit longer to allow yourself to deepen in the stretch and the relaxation, to try and create a little cocoon of inner peace for you. It's a special kind of yoga. You might feel some sensations emotionally as well as physically, or you could just find a deep relaxation, which you might need today. I have props, but you won't always need them, and I'm going to give you some alternatives to the props I have just in case you want them. And I'll be offering alternatives all the way through. So I have a bolster. This is a yoga bolster. It's a little bit firmer than a cushion, so a recommended alternative would be maybe one of the sofa cushions. So the backs of a sofa are usually quite good and gives kind of a similar firmness. I've got two blankets that I've rolled up for now. You could also use towels. So I have two of those, and then the blocks are also optional. You could use a book, paper reel, so a block of paper, whatever you have available. Maybe you have some yoga blocks. So we'll be connecting with our body and breath, and we're going to start in that nice cocoon position of child's pose. It's going to be a wide-legged child's pose. I'm going to give you some variations. If you do have the bolster or a thick pillow or the back of your sofa, you're going to bring that in towards your knees, and you're going to roll over it. So bring your body down over it. To start with, we're going to keep our head down, so our forehead, give a little massage here. If you do not have a block, you could use your rolled up towel. Put your head down onto there, or your block, or anything you have available today. You're going to roll down on top and just find somewhere where you feel stillness. Just breathing into the moment. It takes a moment for stillness, so find a comfortable position and then try and make yourself maybe 10% even more comfortable. So maybe that's adjusting your arms, maybe spreading your fingers. Maybe you're adjusting your hips a little, or the width of your legs. If you're having trouble opening your hips, you could sit on one of your blankets or onto a block to lift yourself a little higher before you lean over. Or you could bring the block under your head to raise yourself up a little bit. Wherever you are, find a moment of stillness, bring awareness to your breath. Gently bring awareness to your fingers, maybe the bottoms of your feet. Noticing how that breath is moving your body, your chest, your stomach. So deepening that breath. And on your inhale, feel how you're connected to the ground, how your body is touching the ground, how your body is connected to the earth, to the mat. And as you exhale, try and let any tension go into the ground that's supporting you. Release it away. And pushing into the earth. Just lift up enough to turn your head towards one side and relax back down. Option here to move your arms. You could bring them behind you. You could bring them onto your back, relaxing your shoulders down. You could grip around the bolster, giving it a hug, stretching those fingers. If you're on the ground, you could just bring those fingers in front of you a little further. And then melt back into the ground, noticing any sensations which come into your body. Maybe you feel your hip a little bit more, your shoulders. Tension back to your breath. Feel free to hold this position as long as you wish. But if you're ready, gently pat your fingers onto the ground, moving your elbows back if they're in front of you, lifting your head over to the other side, resetting your body, relaxing back into the pose, scanning your body, your breath, noticing again any sensations you have on this side. Just acknowledging them and let them go. Relaxing into the quiet. Once again, feel free to stay here as long as you want. If you're ready, gently wiggle your fingers, moving your arms back. Kind of push up gently and slowly onto your hands and knees, pushing into the earth. Maybe circling your hips a little bit to the left and back to the right. Your gaze remains lowered. Maybe you bring some movement to your shoulders, to your fingers. You stretch one leg back and the other. We're going to come into a side pose. So you're bringing your legs over to the side. Your hip comes in if you do have a pillow or a bolster. You're going to roll over onto that, bringing the right hand above your head. Your left hand stays low. Just going to embrace this side of your body. Option to put a block or your blanket towel under your knees. Your hands can be on the ground. It could be over behind your back, opening up your chest a little. You could also, if you do not have a bolster, bring this right down to the ground. Maybe taking your other towel, putting it under your head. Relaxing, finding stillness. Take a moment to take any movement that will make you a little bit comfier. Maybe it's relaxing your shoulder out a little bit more, spreading out the shoulders. Maybe it's stretching out a leg. And then find that stillness. Again, feel free to stay here, to pause the video for as long as you like. But if you're ready, gently slide your fingers back so you can push up and roll back onto all fours. Moving around, making any adjustments you need to reset onto the other side with your bolster or your blankets or your blocks. Bringing the hips in this time and rolling over, laying your left cheek down onto the ground or onto your pillow. Finding comfort in your hips. Maybe they slant, maybe this side is different and something else feels better. Or keep the towel in between your legs. Making any adjustments you need to be comfortable in this pose, in the stillness. Remembering to breathe. Release any tension in your jaw, in your tongue. Melt into the ground. Allow it to absorb any tension in your body. When you're ready, bringing awareness back to your toes, your fingers, and push back up. This time you're going to roll over onto your back. We're opening up into our butterfly. So if you have that option of a bolster, you could roll back across it, repositioning your hips so that they are close. And options with your leg is you can open out your hips, making this a hip opener. You could bring a block underneath your legs to support them as they open, toes together, or you can keep your knees together, relaxing into the feet, pushing into the earth, and then gently relaxing. Or you can stretch out completely, maybe bringing a block or your towel under your legs. I invite you to open your palms up, your gaze up towards the sky, your fingers also, your heart open, your shoulders pressed down against the earth or the bolster. Notice how opening up your palms may make you feel a little vulnerable, a little different to start with. Embrace that feeling and let any feelings of tension go, replacing them with feelings of confidence and love and security. Feel free to stay here or to take your hands and place them onto your stomach. Feeling each inhale lengthening the inhale and exhale. Bring awareness back to your fingers, to your toes. Taking in one deep inhale and exhale. Notice how we don't always use our full lungs. Notice how good it feels to exhale completely, taking out all the air before we reset and inhale. And gently push ourselves up into seated position for our final position today. And you can take the block or the towel, whatever you have. We're going to push up into, so you're going to put the bolster underneath your hips, finding a moment to find where it feels best for you. You may want to take your towel, put that under your neck so you can really relax into this pose. Your hands can come beside you, they can return to your stomach, or if you feel like opening up your shoulders, you can bring them into cactus position by your side. An option here also, you could walk your feet out. Readjust, taking a moment just to exist. Feel free to stay in this pose as long as you would like, but if you are ready, maybe make some movements, maybe bring the hands together, bring your feet back into a position, even reaching those hips up to stretch up to the earth. Those legs back and feet forth like windshield wipers. One moment back to stillness, thanking the earth for taking all our attention today, noticing where your body is touching the ground, taking a moment of gratitude for having this time today to relax. And slowly, gently moving any props you have used to the side. Hug in those knees, rock back and forth. Slowly making your way up to a seated position. Checking back in with your body, making any movements that you feel you need. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more time. Deep breath in, deep breath out, and shaking it all out. Thank you very much for exploring restorative yoga with me today. I'd love to know what you think. Please feel free to leave that in the comments. If you'd like to see more videos like this, leave that in there too. And be sure to subscribe and get notifications so that you can come back and do yoga with us next time. Thank you. Namaste.